Hi everyone, it's Richard at Altfins. Today I wanted to go through a trade setup that I like. I found it today and actually published a blog on it just a few minutes ago. And it is regarding Leo coin. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'll go ahead and get into our screener, look up Leo, take a look at the chart. Let's go ahead and expand the chart, but you can see here it's on an uptrend on the short-term, medium, and long-term basis. You can check some of the indicators here in terms of the RSI, which has crossed over the 50 center line, which is very bullish. But let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. I'll load up some of the history. And now we can see some of the longer trend. But as you can see, $1.30 has been a very strong resistance for really months, and it's touched that resistance zone several times and got rejected. And just recently, a couple of days ago, as you can see, the last two candles. In fact, let me go ahead and switch over to the blog that I just published about this trade setup. I encourage you to go to our blog frequently or subscribe to our newsletter. So you get an alert on new blog postings. But here in the blog, I go into the detail as to the merits of this trade setup. As you can see, there's been a long-standing resistance zone around that $1.30. Also, we've had an ascending triangle. Ascending triangle is a chart pattern that is typically a bullish continuation pattern, meaning it resolves generally to the upside. And indeed it did. A couple of days ago, the price closed above the resistance zone, and then the next day that was confirmed by another close up there, and it's trading above that resistance zone today. The momentum indicators that I like to use, RSI and MACD, also have turned bullish. RSI has crossed over the 50 center line, which is a bullish crossover in my book, and MACD has also crossed over the signal line, which has flashed a buy signal. The one blemish or downside here that I noted is that the OBV, on balance volume, which is basically an indicator that tracks volume on up days versus the volume on down days, it had been trending down, which is a bit of a divergence from the uptrending price, but it has uptick significantly in the last few days. But overall, I'd say the evidence is pointing towards more gains and are bullish rather than bearish. Of course, no trade setup is going to be 100% supported by all the indicators, but I think the evidence outweighs, the bullish evidence outweighs the bearish evidence. Let's go ahead and get back to the screener here. The other thing that I like about the setup is that this particular coin hasn't really had big performance, hasn't participated in the last week or so with the huge altcoins outperformance. As you can see, in the last week, a month, the price is up about 6%. Last week, a couple of percentage points. You know, that pales in comparison to some of the other altcoins, which makes me feel like perhaps we still have a fair amount of upside left ahead of us. The other thing that I like about this particular coin, Leo coin is basically some of the fundamental sort of premises around it, in that Leo coin is basically used by Bitfinex to encourage trading on its platform. The traders or users of Bitfinex get a discount on their trading fees if they own Leo coin. And I don't say this to promote Bitfinex, but really what I like about this setup is that a percentage of the Bitfinex trading fees that it earns are used to buy back and burn Leo. And so this burning mechanism is essentially over time creating scarcity of Leo coins. And you can see that on Bitfinex's own page. If you scroll down, here are the daily Leo burns. So you can track the Leo burns, and even you can check out the addresses. So it helps when you know the project and the coin has some fundamental basis to it. So let's get back to the technical setup and let's go ahead and place a trade. Let's find out where Leo trades. Obviously it's gonna trade on Bitfinex, but if I drill down to Leo on the coins tab, it takes me to the pairs tab, and I can see which tradable pairs are available. Leo versus Bitcoin, it has a large volume. Leo versus USD has the second largest volume. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill into the Leo versus USD, and here you can see that Bitfinex is the primary exchange here. So let's go ahead and go to the trade tab and place a trade on Bitfinex. Here I already have the order book open here, but on the wrong coin. So let's go ahead and select Bitfinex. Here we go. I'll select Bitfinex, and we want to trade Leo versus USD. The system will now pull up my balances for both Leo and USD. Here we go. So it looks like we have 0 Leo, obviously, and about $1,200 worth of dollars that I can use to buy Leo. So let's go ahead and check the order book. Yeah, the spread, bid-ask spread is quite tight, which is positive. So we're going to do a limit buy. You always should use limit orders. Best price basically picks the ask price. Quantity, I want to buy pretty much the entire dollars worth of Leo. So about 900 Leo at this price. Go ahead and send it. Order was placed. Let's see if it's in my open orders. All right. No, these are my other orders. Let's see, it must be in transaction history. Indeed, it's right here. So it did go through. We own it here. Now, the other thing I want to do, if you look at the chart here, if we're wrong and this is a false breakout, which it could be, it happens. I know there's a very strong resistance zone at $1.30, which now should turn into a support zone. But if it does get broken, the next support zone is around $1.50, $1.25, and there I'm willing to wait the trade out, even if it gets down all the way to $1.25. I think it would probably bounce from there. But if it breaks that level, the next support level is much lower, and so I will place an alert. You can still place a stop loss at that level. I'm just going to put create an alert so that I get alerted when the price dips down to below $1.25, and then I'll make a decision whether I want to close it or not. So let's go ahead, get back to the screener. Here I have selected the pair Leo USD on Bitfinex. I'm going to also add another filter criteria, which is that last price needs to be less than $1.25. Add that filter, and now I'm going to click on the alert button to create an alert, which says, I'll give it a name, Leo under 125 alert. Here we go. I can check my alerts to make sure that this alert has been created. Here it is. and then I can check my alert notifications. I will also receive an email. So that's it. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, please send us an email at support@altfins.com. Thank you.